This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
Fear of the devil permeated New England culture. Puritan ministers cautioned their flocks about Satan's omnipresence, and the laity worried in spiritual diaries and conversion narratives that the devil would likely win the battle for their souls. Despite Puritan ministers' insistence that women and men were equal in the sight of God, both sexes, equally capable of cleaving to Christ or to the devil, women and men interpreted the message differently. In this chapter, I explore the underside of covenant theology, both what it offered in common to women and men and how it became differentiated between the sexes. What did Elizabeth Oakes mean when she said in her conversion relation, "I thought I was troubled in conscience, yet under power of Satan, and I a curse"? Or Goodwife Jackson when she declared, "I thought I was a rebellious wretch against God, and so I continued long." Clergy and laity alike worried about going to hell, but in the midst of common obsessions, a gendered division emerges, which perhaps anticipates the feminization of American Protestantism. Women, more than men, seemed to heed their ministers' words. Both men and women feared damnation, but women fashioned their identities and subjectivities in accordance with the most pessimistic clerical perspective. Insofar as there were any divisions between clerical and lay thought on the issue of damnation and the devil's possessions of souls, women sided with the clergy. Even in their most intimate spiritual confessions, laymen tended to distance themselves from the notion of complete depravity, which Puritan ministers preached and Puritan women internalized. Although Puritan men and women often experienced sin and sanctification, damnation and salvation differently, as we shall see, they nonetheless lived with each other in the same world, occupying common households and meeting houses. If Puritanism tasted different to men and women, it was not necessarily because they imbibed from separate cups. Thus, we must first look to the ministerial messages offered indiscriminately to both women and men concerning sin, salvation, and damnation, and then turn to the distinctive ways in which audiences interpreted and shaped their religious sensibilities. Before embarking on an analysis of difference, that is, we must examine the common ground. And nothing was more common than the forces that drew women and men alike toward the gaping mouth of hell.